On this episode of our laid-back life, we travel to the lakeside mountain town of Dali in Yunnan, where we will be staying for 6 full months while we work from anywhere. Dali is a very famous tourist destination for both international travelers and Chinese tourists. So there are ample hotels to choose from, ranging from 40 RMB, about $7 per night for a hostel bunk, to several $1,000s US for a private lakeside suite at a luxury hotel. We arrived in Dali on the express high-speed rail train from the nearby city of Chuxiong. From the train station, you can take a taxi or the local bus to your hotel. We took the bus, which costs 3 RMB per trip per person, about 45 cents. We booked a hotel in the mid-range, about 100 RMB, $18 USD, per night for 4 nights, to give us time to find a long-term apartment to rent. We did not book one of these. But first, we needed to find a more convenient way of getting around town. We needed to rent a scooter. There are dozens of places in town you can rent an electric scooter for 50 RMB, about $9 US per day. But we needed to find something that we could rent on a month-to-month basis, and so we'll be staying here a while. So this is the Halo bike, app-based bike rental that you can do month-to-month. They're scattered around town. You can find them kind of parked at some shops that kind of handle the management of it. They will give you the charging cable so that when you rent it for the month, you can keep recharging it again and again. All you do is you open the app and you scan the QR code here, and it will give you options like how many months you want to rent, and you just book it and pay, and it's good to go. So they're really hard to find, but if you can get one and track one down, they're the cheapest way to get around town in Dali. And it costs 168 RMB, about $32 for the first month, which is awesome. Get on, loser. I'm going to get chicken.
Who's loser? Cam? Cam's loser?
You're a loser.
Too much.
On our first full day in Dali, we saw 3 apartments for rent, but they lacked sunlight or were slightly out of budget. At last we found one we loved to call home. So here's the type of house that you can get a place in here in Dali. So we rented a studio apartment here in this house, and you can see this is a kind of traditional Dali style house. It has stones on the outside, white paint, and they do a detailed paintings kind of style along the edges of the house. And every painting style is different. You can see here, this one has Chinese characters, and then it has some waterfall and some fish and along the side. It's really beautiful, and the whole town is done up this way, and it makes it really authentic and nice, unlike anywhere else I've seen in China. So we rented a place here on the 2nd floor, and the local people here are the only ones who can own the land. So they build these huge homes, and then they rent out the top 2 floors, either as a hotel or long-term rental. In our case, this place is long-term rental. So let's go in and take a look inside. Come on. Here we have the main gate into the courtyard. Here we go. So our landlord has a nice little garden here with some, what are these, pears?
The sour papaya.
Sour papaya plants. Yeah.
It's
And some nice flowers.
Yeah.
They have the laundry out, and they have 2 kitchens here.
Slow down.
So the people who are renting the units and the upstairs can come down and they can cook a meal in one of these 2 kitchens. And then they have a nice little sitting area over here where you can prepare and have a nice meal. So one of the reasons we chose to live here is because the house is a little bit outside of the main town, but surrounded by fields. So when we come up here on the roof, we have a beautiful view of the town and the mountains. And there's no big buildings here. Every house can't be more than 3 floors. So we have a nice view of the mountains and then the main town over that way. So we set up a little sitting area. A couple chairs, umbrella, and then here's the laundry area. So today is the first day of getting our new apartment. We're contracted month to month. And this is it. This is the whole thing. We've got 1 room and a bathroom. So right now, we've got this beautiful big window, just getting it washed up. And once furniture is assembled, we'll have to dust off the floor. We got a nice view here. And then we got a nice view of the mountains back there. And dust off the bed. The mattresses that came with it is extremely small. It's only this thick. And so I have to buy a few extra layers to put on top. It's good. We got 2 desks, 1, 2, that will be assembled. And then I've got a huge bathroom. With a nice view of the mountains. So you wake up and you brush your teeth, take a poo, whatever, go. Look out the window here, got a nice mountain view. So this is our finished apartment that we've rented here in Dali, just outside the old town. So why don't we take a look? This is our studio apartment that we rented here in Dali. It's just 1 room with a nice big bathroom. So we have our lovely bedroom with our clothing racks and a big queen size bed. And then we have our nice living room here with our tiny foldable chairs that we got on Taobao for like 20 bucks. Works really good for this small little coffee table and a little carpet, so it's nice and warm in the winter. And here we have our kitchenette. We have a small tiny kitchen here that we just keep our fruit and tea and coffee things, as well as a toaster oven if we want to make some cookies or some toast in the morning. And then we have our 2 workstations. So this is April's workstation in front of this nice big window overlooking the trees here and the lake in the background. She's got some flowers, this nice blue Dali tablecloth, and her laptop, and some chairs that we picked up for like $15 at the local clearance furniture store place, little plastic chairs. And then this is mine, same thing, a nice little blue tablecloth, a little plastic matching chair, and our 2 computer stands for workstations, as well as my little picture of me and my nephew.
Let's take a look.
So it's me and my nephew when he was a few months old. And I keep that right here on my desk next to my coffee cup. Unfortunately, my window looks out at another building.
Yeah, but you can see the
But I can see
mountain.
the mountains here in the background. So a nice little garden with farming land and then the mountains, which is good. In fact, most of the time I'm working on my computer, I have these big curtains closed because it's too sunny. And then finally, in here, we have the bathroom. We have a nice window looking out at the mountains. So you can brush your teeth in the morning when you get up and take a look at the beautiful mountain tops. You know, some of the local people will be working in the farming fields here. And then a nice big sink. And then a squatty potty and a shower.
Too fast.
And a squatty potty and a shower. Well, the cool thing is that because Dali is kind of cold in the winter, and we don't have heating systems in the homes, so everyone installs these heaters in the shower. So you don't have to feel cold when you get out of the shower because there's a great big heater up here, which is really nice. Yeah, that's it. That's our apartment. Let's get out of here for a second. That's it. That's our apartment in Dali. And I've had a few friends guess how much it costs for us to rent this place. So we actually spend about 700 RMB, which is right now about $100 a month on this studio apartment. We pay an extra $20 a month for use of the kitchen on the first floor, so we can cook some proper meals. So the all-in total, including utilities, water, rent, and our kitchen rental, is $120 every month, US dollars, which is awesome. One of the best parts of living in Dali is the local market. Despite being in the mountains, the valley along Lake Erhai is incredibly fertile, filled with fruit farms like pomegranate, pears, kiwis, grapes, strawberries, and blueberries. The mountains are famous for the dozens of varieties of wild mushrooms. Almost everything we buy is locally sourced. The market can get really crowded, so it's best to go early. Yunnan province is the flower power of China. Growing flowers is one of the region's key economic drivers, so it's normal to see a wide range of flowers being sold by the locals. They even grow roses to eat as rose jam, or condense into flavorings for lattes. Today we're going to pick some wild mushrooms in the mountains. On the next episode, we risk our lives for wild mushrooms. We're already on the wrong side of the trail because we took a walking path all the way up the mountain, and then the trail just got lower and lower quality and more dangerous. Thank you for watching.